for small content creators like YouTubers and bloggers and things of that sort, when would they consider to trademark something? Like do you do it like when you first get started, or do you do it when you just say, you know what, this is picking up momentum? Like, what's the time frame?
That's a great question. And what I always tell people when it comes to trademarks, I always want to know, do you have a business plan? Like, do you have a plan? Because trademarks are investments. So anytime you make an investment, you want to have a plan in order to recoup that money, right? So do you have a business plan that's going to say who you're serving, why you're serving them, how you plan on getting paid, how you reach them, just the simple questions. If you have a business plan and this is something that you realize that is a marathon, not a sprint, right? A marathon, not a sprint, then it's time to invest in a trademark. That's whether or not you launched yet or if you've already launched. So it just depends on where you are. But you do need to you need to have a serious conversation with yourself, because some people will get ideas and get really hype about it, but then 2 months down the line, they're like, it fizzles out, and they're like, oh, this is a lot more work than I thought about.
Right.
And then unfortunately, that trademark, in the 2 months they decided that this was too much work, their application is still pending with USPTO, because it takes 3 months from the time that it's filed before it even gets on the examining attorney's desk. So you done spent this money on a trademark, and you have made the decision that you don't want to move ahead because it's too much work. But if you've done a business plan, then you would have known how much work was required and if you were going to be up to the task. So people say, well, I need to make money before I get my trademark? No, that's not necessarily true. You don't have to make a dime before you just need to be serious and have a plan on how you will make that dime. Some people say, what's something else that I hear? Oh, I can't even think right now. But that's the main thing, that they have to make money before they get that trademark. You don't necessarily have to make money before you get that trademark. You just have to make sure there's 3 things. 1, you have to make sure that your mark is associated with a good or a service. 2, you have to make sure that mark is unique. And 3, it has to be in multiple states. Your good or service has to be available in multiple states. It doesn't mean you have to have a physical presence in multiple states, but that good or service is available. Just for, like you said earlier, I'm an attorney, I'm here in Alabama, but my clients are spread out throughout the United States, so that my service is available in multiple states. And so I qualify for trademark protection. I have a couple of them. I think I have 2 and maybe 1 pending, something like that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Contracts. So we're wrapping it up. We're going to talk about contracts for a minute. So as far as contracts are concerned, when is it appropriate for, as a creator, for someone for you to have a contract, and how would they be utilized? Like, I guess in that sense, if you write something and someone wants to use it, do they need it, or video or pictures?
Anytime you're working with third parties, you want to use a written contract. Contracts simply lay out the expectations for the parties, so there's no confusion. So if you are editing a video for me, right, we're going to have a written contract that says that you're going to edit the video for me. It's my responsibility to get you this video by whatever time frame I'm supposed to get it to you. You're going to get it back to me in a certain time frame. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars. That payment is due on such and such date. If that payment is not paid, then something happens. Things of that nature. That's what so there's no confusion. None.
Okay.
And you want to do it beforehand, right, when everything is all good and gravy, versus afterwards. You want to have this conversation when you're level-headed, because if there's a problem and y'all both are not on the same page, now it's going to be really difficult to have that conversation. And people forget. People have short memories when they want to. And contracts will make sure that doesn't happen.